The morning the security guards escorted Nolan Mercer out of the building, every employee on the first floor pretended to keep working. No one looked up, yet everyone knew what had happened. A single father who had spent 8 loyal years helping build the company had just been fired without warning. Worse still, his final paycheck had been frozen because of accusations that were never proven. With only $43 left in his wallet, a hungry 9-year-old daughter waiting at home, and a mountain of unpaid bills, Nolan walked into the bright daylight carrying nothing but a cardboard box filled with family photos, an old coffee mug, and the shattered pieces of a life he thought he had built forever. What no one inside that building realized was that within a few weeks, the same board of directors who had silently watched him leave would ask him to come back, not as an employee, but as the person who would replace the very executive who had destroyed him. Before we continue, if you believe kindness, honesty, and second chances always find their way back, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment telling us where you're watching from, share this story with someone who believes in hope, and subscribe to Kindness Tales Journey so you never miss another heart-touching story. Nolan had never expected life to become easy after losing his wife, Amelia, 3 years earlier. Raising little Ivy alone had been the hardest challenge he had ever faced. Every morning before sunrise, he prepared breakfast, packed school lunches, braided Ivy's hair after watching dozens of online tutorials, and hurried to work before most people even woke up. He never complained because every exhausting day ended with Ivy running into his arms after school, reminding him why he refused to give up. His co-workers admired his dedication, but admiration rarely protects ordinary people when power changes hands. Everything shifted when the company appointed a new operations director named Celeste Harrow. She arrived with expensive suits, polished speeches, and a reputation for aggressive cost-cutting. Investors praised her confidence while employees quietly feared her. Within weeks she began replacing experienced workers with cheaper contractors and measured every department only by quarterly numbers. She saw kindness as weakness and loyalty as something that could not be entered into a spreadsheet. Nolan became one of her targets almost immediately. His flexible schedule for taking Ivy to medical appointments occasionally required him to arrive a few minutes later than others, though he always stayed late to finish every assignment. Years of outstanding performance reviews suddenly meant nothing. Celeste ignored his record and instead collected tiny incidents, turning ordinary moments into reasons to question his commitment. Rumors spread through the office that she wanted to eliminate senior employees to make room for people who would never question her decisions. The breaking point came after an important logistics report disappeared from the company server. Without waiting for a complete investigation, Celeste blamed Nolan. She claimed negligence had cost the company valuable contracts and announced that his employment was terminated immediately. Human Resources processed the dismissal before many managers even understood what had happened. His remaining wages and performance bonus were withheld pending an internal review, leaving him with almost nothing. Walking home through the warm afternoon sun, Nolan wondered how he would explain everything to Ivy. The following days tested every ounce of his strength. Job applications disappeared into silence. Savings vanished faster than expected. Bills piled higher on the kitchen table. Nolan sold his watch, then his bicycle, and finally some treasured keepsakes that reminded him of happier times with Amelia. Every sacrifice hurt, yet he refused to let Ivy feel the weight of his fear. Instead of expensive outings, they spent afternoons reading library books under clear blue skies in the neighborhood park, laughing together as though nothing had changed. Unknown to Nolan, several former co-workers were beginning to question the official story surrounding his dismissal. One of them, systems analyst Priya Soren, noticed unusual activity in the company's server logs from the same evening the missing report disappeared. The evidence suggested someone with executive-level access had altered records after Nolan had already left the office. She quietly copied the data before it could be erased. At the same time, financial auditors hired by the board uncovered troubling irregularities. Budget reports looked unusually impressive, but supplier payments and payroll records told a different story. Money intended for employee bonuses had been redirected to inflate departmental performance metrics. Among those affected was Nolan, whose withheld wages had conveniently improved Celeste's quarterly expense reports just before a major investor presentation. As weeks passed, Celeste celebrated record profits in public interviews while ordinary employees quietly suffered under impossible workloads. Morale collapsed. Experienced staff resigned. Customers noticed declining service quality. The numbers that had once looked impressive slowly began revealing deeper problems hidden beneath polished presentations. Meanwhile, Nolan accepted temporary work delivering office supplies across the city. The pay barely covered rent, but he treated every customer with respect. His quiet integrity impressed people who had never known his past. One afternoon he helped an elderly bookstore owner organize heavy shipments without charging extra. Another day he returned a wallet filled with cash to a distracted businessman who had accidentally left it behind. Small acts of honesty became part of his everyday life because character does not disappear when circumstances become difficult. One bright morning Nolan and Ivy visited a community food festival where local charities offered free activities for families. Ivy entered a drawing competition using only colored pencils borrowed from volunteers. Her picture showed a father holding his daughter's hand beneath a brilliant blue sky with the words, "Home is the person who never gives up." When judges announced her artwork had won first place, Nolan struggled to hide tears. The prize was small, but the moment reminded him that hope could survive even during the hardest seasons. Back inside the company headquarters, pressure mounted. The board demanded explanations for increasing employee turnover and declining client satisfaction. Priya finally presented her evidence privately to two independent directors. Digital records clearly showed Nolan had been framed. Additional payroll documents revealed that his unpaid wages had been intentionally delayed despite no legal justification. Investigators soon connected multiple financial manipulations directly to Celeste's office. The emergency board meeting lasted nearly 7 hours. Every document uncovered another layer of deception. Executives who had once admired Celeste's confidence now realized many of her achievements had been built on intimidation, manipulated reports, and unethical decisions. By sunset the board voted unanimously to remove her from leadership pending further investigation. The following morning, one of the company's oldest board members asked a question that surprised everyone in the room. If trust had become the company's greatest problem, who among all former and current employees had consistently earned the respect of customers, co-workers, and community partners? The answer came almost immediately from several voices at once. Nolan Mercer. Finding him proved unexpectedly difficult because he had changed phone numbers after canceling services he could no longer afford. Eventually a former colleague located him unloading delivery boxes outside a neighborhood pharmacy. Dressed in a faded work shirt under the warm afternoon sun, Nolan looked nothing like the executive candidate the board expected. Yet the humility in his eyes made an even stronger impression than any expensive suit could have. When invited to return, Nolan initially refused. The pain of losing his job and wages had not disappeared simply because circumstances had changed. He believed trust once broken required more than apologies. The board listened carefully instead of defending itself. They admitted their failure to investigate fairly, restored every dollar of his withheld wages with additional compensation, and publicly cleared his name before every employee. Most importantly, they promised structural reforms that would protect workers from similar injustice in the future. After several days of reflection and long conversations with Ivy, Nolan accepted, not for status or revenge, but because he believed workplaces could become places of dignity rather than fear. His first decision as the company's new operations leader was surprisingly simple. Every employee, regardless of position, would receive a fair hearing before disciplinary action. Open communication replaced intimidation. Team achievements mattered more than individual glory. Flexible schedules helped parents care for their families without risking their careers. Slowly, the building that had once felt. Months later the company celebrated its strongest customer satisfaction ratings in years. Profit returned naturally because trust had returned first. Employees no longer feared walking into work each morning. Young managers studied Nolan's leadership style, learning that compassion and accountability could exist together. Ivy proudly visited the office one sunny afternoon and watched people smile as they greeted her father with sincere gratitude. For the first time since Amelia's passing, Nolan felt that the future held more promise than pain. If this story has touched your heart even a little, please take a moment to like this video, leave a heartfelt comment, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Kindness Tales Journey. Your support helps us continue bringing stories that remind the world that kindness is never wasted. Special request: before this story ends, please comment with the words, "Kindness always returns." We'd love to see how many people still believe that honesty and compassion can change lives. As the sun set over the city, Nolan stood outside the same building where he had once walked away carrying a cardboard box and a broken heart. This time he carried nothing in his hands because he no longer needed to prove his worth. His greatest victory was never becoming the boss. It was refusing to let bitterness replace kindness. The wages stolen from him had been returned, the truth had finally been seen, and the people who once overlooked him had learned that real leadership is measured not by authority but by character. In the end, the board did not simply replace one executive with another. They replaced fear with fairness, pride with humility, and hopelessness with hope. And for Nolan and Ivy, that bright daytime journey became the beginning of a new chapter where love, resilience, and quiet goodness proved stronger than injustice could ever be. The next morning, Nolan Mercer woke before sunrise, just as he had every day for years. Although the board had invited him back, he knew that returning to the company would not erase the pain of the past. As he prepared breakfast for Ivy, he quietly reminded himself that true leadership was not about proving others wrong, it was about making sure no one else experienced the same injustice. Ivy looked at her father with a proud smile and told him that her mother would have been happy to see him standing again. Those simple words filled Nolan with a strength he had not felt in months. When Nolan walked back into the company headquarters, employees stopped what they were doing. This time, instead of silence, the office welcomed him with warm applause. Many co-workers who had been too afraid to speak before now thanked him for returning. Nolan greeted every employee with kindness, shaking hands and listening carefully to their concerns. He wanted everyone to know that respect would become the foundation of the company. His first week was spent meeting workers from every department. Instead of staying inside a private executive office, he walked through the building, learning about the daily challenges employees faced. Parents who struggled to balance work and family finally felt heard. Young staff members who feared making mistakes found encouragement instead of criticism. Slowly, the atmosphere inside the company changed. Smiles replaced stress, teamwork replaced fear, and people once again felt proud to come to work. The board watched these changes with admiration. Customer satisfaction increased, talented employees who had resigned began asking to return, and longtime clients noticed the difference almost immediately. Nolan never spoke about revenge or the unfair treatment he had received. He believed the best answer to injustice was building something better. Several months later, the company organized a Family Appreciation Day. Employees were invited to bring their loved ones to the office. Ivy proudly walked beside her father through the same front entrance where he had once carried a cardboard box after losing everything. This time, she saw people thanking him, smiling at him, and telling stories about how his leadership had changed their lives. Tears filled Nolan's eyes as he realized that the hardest chapter of his life had become the beginning of something beautiful. Standing outside the building under a bright blue daytime sky, Nolan looked at Ivy and smiled. Life had tested him in ways he never imagined, but kindness, patience, and integrity had carried him through every storm. He finally understood that success is not measured by titles or offices. It is measured by the number of lives we lift while climbing. As father and daughter walked home together, they no longer carried fear about tomorrow. They carried hope. And sometimes, hope is the greatest reward anyone can ever receive.